Hey, what's up, everybody? This is episode 19 of the GOAT Show. We are rapidly moving right along, right? It's crazy. It seems like we just started yesterday. So many stories have came on our show already, and it's super inspiring to know, you guys are out there watching this and commenting. If you guys are catching this on the live, please hashtag live on the replay, hashtag replay. If you're on YouTube, put YouTube. If you're in Facebook group, viewing this, comment what Facebook group, because we're live in several different places right now, including Barb McGowan's Facebook group, which is super awesome. Without further ado, I wanted to bring in a special guest. She's one of our students. She has a heck of a story, like everybody. Everybody has a story, right? And we all want this for a reason, right? We want to make sure we want to provide for our families, and we want to have more time and freedom to do what we want. And, sometimes we come to the realization, hey, I'm not achieving that in my current situation. And we have to take certain action steps to make that possible so we can fulfill the life we want, right? And so with that being said, I'm proud to bring on my student, Passive Income Blueprints family member, my friend, Annette Bowlin. So bringing on to the show, Annette. How are you doing, Annette?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, actually. We just talked a little bit in the back, before the show and all that stuff, and just there's so much craziness that goes on, and where we're at in life, and where you're at right now too, and what your transitions has been, up to this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor to you and kind of let you introduce yourself. The GOAT Show is where we kind of basically tell all our stories as real people, because we are real people with real stories, right? And so that's how we kind of run this. So if this is your first time catching this show, my arm caught that. If this is your first time catching this show, make sure you guys comment below. This is my first time. Excited, super excited, whatever. But either way, that's what we do. Is I'll tell our stories, we inspire, and we also drop a ton of gold nuggets to help you move along in your online business. So go ahead, Annette, let her rip.
All right. So I am a lender right now. So I signed on back in, I want to say October, got my link sometime in November. Awesome. And I was one of those people that thought I really, really wanted to try this because my husband and I are in real estate. We own a real estate business, and then I added on lending to be able to help our clients a little bit more. And with that, we weren't closing. The interest rates went up, buyers went down, and we're sitting here month after month looking at each other saying, what are we going to do?
How long have you been in real estate for? Like, how long have you been
6 years.
6 years, and you were just having mad amount of success, right?
Yes,
You're just crushing it, right?
Yeah. Ever since we started, we had 1 to 2 closings for sure, and then we had built up where we were having 2 to 3 closings a month.
That's beautiful.
And it was great. We're kind of newlyweds. We've only been married for 5 years, and so with that, we didn't really have a huge nest egg, and relatively new at real estate too. We didn't have a huge nest egg for that either. So we did finally, we were able to buy our house and invest into it's a 1935 farmhouse. So there was some investing.
Nice. So the real estate kind of dried up around COVID time, you said, and this probably touched a lot of real estate agents' pain points right now, right? Because you probably relate with this. So let's hear how it all kind of went downhill and like what that transition was. And say, I'm going to check out affiliate marketing.
And really, actually, through COVID, we boomed. We did great. We were doing video showings, so we were still doing okay. It was after the interest rates started skyrocketing. We did good when they were hitting around 5, but once they surpassed 5% and they got up to 6, 7, and some people were at 8, people just quit buying. They just quit. What they could afford wasn't really. I'm in a military town, so a lot of our military guys, they can't afford a $300,000 house. Right. So what they could afford with the interest rate, they just wanted to rent. So we ended up going 5 months without a close, eating into our savings account, and that was really, really scary.
Gotcha.
So that's whenever I stumbled on Ryder, and I saw her, and I did the $7 for a little bit, didn't quite get it, couldn't follow it, and then lost hope. And then I saw Ryder and started kind of following her a little bit in her journey. And I thought, we got to try this, So, and when we did, I haven't looked back. I love it. I love doing it. So it's
100%. So what inspired you? So I guess you kind of you came to this moment like, okay, I want to find something new. You're on TikTok. Now you didn't have a TikTok account. You weren't promoting anything else, right? So you're just scrolling TikTok one day and you came across Ryder, right?
right.
What
Yes.
inspired you to actually click on her link? Like what was she doing in particular? I'm just curious to inspire you.
What she literally said, because I had watched her a couple times and then I didn't really pay much attention, but when the first thing she said came out of her mouth was, "This is not the $7 course."
Okay.
And when she said that, she had my attention because, I got burned on the $7 course. I took it, didn't understand it. I did one small buy up. The girl that I chose to talk to about it, that I used her link, she blocked me. So I had no help, no support or anything like that. So I reached out to Ryder. She was like, "Sure, here's some information." And you just happened to be doing one of your 3-day things that you did in October. And so I signed up through that.
Awesome.
I listened to what you had to say, and I was still honestly apprehensive. So I did the 12-day first.
Okay.
And then after my husband and I, we do everything as a team. He does behind the scenes a lot. And when we heard everything that was in it, we were like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, let's do it." And then after I did the 12-day and I realized all the value and all the information in that, there was no way I wasn't going to go ahead and buy up because I wanted all of it. I wanted a business. I didn't want just a side hustle.
I understand.
So, yeah.
So you got into the 12-day masterclass was the first thing you took action on. And so how long did it take you to have your business up and running? And then when did you have your first sale?
It took I guess I went through it. I went through it pretty quick, and I probably should have done it a little slower because I'm like, but so I want to say it took me maybe 15, 20 days to get it up and going, something like that.
Yeah,
I was implementing as, plus life goes on, happens around you. And then I had my first sale, and I'm going to tell you, week 3, I almost quit. I almost quit.
You're crushing it now.
I did. I almost quit. I'm so glad I didn't, because you compare yourself to others, and you got other people pop up and go, "Oh yeah," I'm like 2 days after my link, I made a sale, and you're like, "Well, I must suck," So,
you're right.
You do that.
You still made it relatively quick though.
I did 30 days. My 30 day was my first one when Barb sent me a little thing going, "Oh my God, check your back office." So.
So yeah, so you've done great in the 12-day, and then you kind of you're like you've seen the value of the roadmap. Working with Barb, myself, Anthony, Michelle, Ryder, with all of us, right? So you've seen the value in that. So I want to get on the topic of like who inspires you too, because I know you said in your thing that we sent you and you fill out, there's 2 people that really inspired you. One of them is Ryder, and the other one is who?
Barb. Yeah.
Huge shout out to Barb. So let's talk about.
She did not let me quit either, and she said, "You and Anthony either." Both of them said, "Do not compare yourself to others. Stop it."
Right.
You're building a business. You're not just jumping out there doing this. You're going slow, and it will pay off. I promise. So
love it. So you listen to those words, right? You hit a little valley of despair. And just by those encouraging words, if someone were to go for support, it kept you along and moving forward. Right. And so that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And so, so now we're inside of the 12-day, now we're inside the roadmap. And you're still in the real estate business. You're still doing the lending stuff. And then your husband, I believe, is still doing the real estate. Has it picked up for you guys at all?
We've finally gotten, we've had one close. We've had one close since August still, which isn't that great, and it was a low close, it was a, very, very low cost home. So, the momentum is picking up a little bit, but honestly, we're looking at it like this may be the way that we really focus the most of our attention is doing the affiliate marketing, and doing that big push. We're not going to give up real estate because we love helping people, which is why I love doing this. So yeah.
So what have you done in the past? I know you've done some other stuff. We were talking about a little bit earlier, but you're literally like doing like QVC stuff in a sense. But let's talk about that. What you were doing earlier on, and how long ago was that? Like, let's talk about that.
That was about 3 years ago that I was doing, I don't, there's down times always, no matter how busy you are, you still have days and times that you're down in real estate,
Hmm.
So I like to stay busy. I like to be doing something. So we did paparazzi sales.
Okay.
And so that, it was a multi-level marketing, and I had a group, a Facebook group that I had in there, and
Hmm.
I went live every Thursday night at 7 o'clock religiously every week, and
For how
and
long?
we did really well. We did that for almost a year.
Oh, wow. Every
Yeah,
week
we
for
did.
a
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
3 hours
almost
at
a
a time
year.
sometimes?
I'm sorry.
How long would it last in your Facebook group? Like an hour, 2 hours?
Minimum an hour, and
Yeah.
it would go. And if we had marathons, they would run 2 to 3 hours.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I would do like a special marathon. Hey, quick, trying to drop old inventory. Oops,
Gotcha.
sorry,
So,
trying to get
no
rid of
worries.
old inventory.
So what happened with that? That you made some money, obviously you done it for a
Mhm.
year, and then that just kind of like petered away, or you seen another opportunity or another shiny objects, or what happened?
Well, what happened was I turned around and looked. We moved. We were renting a really large apartment, a 1,300 square foot apartment. We had an extra bedroom and a
Okay.
storage unit. When we moved here, we went down to 900 square feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I got to looking around, and like, we have got crates and crates and crates full of jewelry and inventory that weren't selling, and it wasn't
Mhm.
moving. And then it made it the company made it kind of hard for people who were only wanting to buy $200 or $300 worth of inventory each week. It made it really difficult to do so because unless you were buying huge amounts, you couldn't get the newer stuff. So you're still stuck selling the same things. So you kind of get stuck in a rut, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had to look at it and say, maybe we just need to liquidate out and, you know, do
Gotcha.
something else. Yeah.
So it was an MLM, you said, so where like
Yes.
everybody above you is making money off what you are selling every time. Got
Right.
So that was kind of, did you feel some kind of way about that, or you're like, I want to do my own thing?
Well,
Was it good?
not really. I didn't like the fact, you had to buy. It was you're buying. When you buy, they make their money, of course, and then you got to hope that you sell it. They've already all made their money, and you got to, you're sitting here with that hoping that you sell it, and you're out the shipping and, the time shipping, the time listing, all of that stuff. So, it was fun, it was enjoyable, and it was a great learning tool in how to be comfortable and talking with people online and all of that. But it just wasn't anything that I feel like I could do long term. And we already knew that going into it. We were just trying to kind of learn the ropes of a few things. So,
Well, it's good that you did go into that, because honestly, those skills you could take and bring them over to what you're currently doing now.
mhm.
With going live, obviously, but we can definitely put a bigger or a higher price point product in your hands. Even you being a coach or a mentor, in the future, right? Teaching what you
Mhm.
know, because it's super inspiring. Even real estate, right? You could teach and have a training program on how to teach real estate agents on how to be real estate agents or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, that's super awesome. So it prepared you for what you're doing now, and it helped you be probably a little bit more comfortable as well, right?
It did. It did. I can do live better, ironically, than just sitting clipping videos. So like I feel more comfortable live than I do just trying to do like your TikToks and reels and things like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. So are there any other businesses you have going right now other than affiliate marketing?
I still have my eBay store, and I started that 7 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Um, so I started that. It's like I was working as in a corporate job, and then like it's not that I needed more money. I just wanted to do something with my time, you know. So with that, I just started literally flipping purses,
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, now I do that I sell stuff there and Poshmark both. So
Oh,
yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So that,
Yeah.
that keeps something coming in, right? And just
It's
kind of
a little, I mean, it's two or
yeah,
three, maybe $400, but it's not a lot. I really focus right here the most, trying to get this business going. Yeah.
absolutely. So now we're kind of on TikTok now. Now you're a creator on TikTok, when you were not before. So you were just basically scrolling TikTok, and that's when you came across Ryder. So let's talk about your TikTok stuff now, because we do have your link pulled up, and I'll pull that up for everybody to view. So this is Annette's TikTok handle. So she's made low ticket sales in the 12 days. She's made high ticket sales in the roadmap. And so this is all on TikTok. How many followers do you have on TikTok?
I have like 1,240.
1,200 followers, right? And right, and sales come in through the door. And that's what's crazy is I want to show, magnify this again. You don't have to have a large following to make money online. You just have to target the right people. So let's hear your strategy on like what you kind of do as far, let's first, who do you help and who's your avatar?
So my avatar, look, I'm gonna read it because
Okay,
I'm gonna stumble in it. So my avatar, I'm gonna because it's actually in my thing. So
for your DMS, you mean? Is that what you're looking for?
yeah, well, my avatar is like I help people become entrepreneurs using the right skills in digital marketing.
Perfect.
So, it's not like I want to help other people so bad. It was kind of like when I first started making money on eBay, and I knew that there were so many people that can make a few hundred extra bucks and it make a difference in their life.
100%.
So I kind of feel the same way about this. It's like, guys, this is so easy. It is easy, but it is a process, but so is anything, So I really get excited about it. I want to teach people about it. And after I get off a call, I'm like, it's almost like this big adrenaline push. You know what I mean? It's like, so, yeah.
100%. So, your target market or your avatar is going to be, people possibly that's already done an eBay store, poshmark, or other, even MLM. And you can say, look, I've done the MLM stuff. I've done this current business. I've had this business for a certain period of time, but let me show you another way. Right. And so there's so many other people out there that, struggle with other opportunities or business models, or even coming from MLM, because of whatever. And you could definitely help those people out and show them there is a new way, and show them that they could use the strengths coming from those other opportunities or business strategies, right? You can show them. That's awesome. So it's a big market for you, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. So how often do you post on TikTok? Like, what is that? Is that your main platform, is TikTok?
No, I actually post on TikTok, and then I call it washing it. So I wash the watermark off, and then I pop it out on Reels, and I pop it out on YouTube.
YouTube as well. Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't really. Now I've just started gaining followers on YouTube. I think I have 53 now.
Awesome.
And but Reels is doing well for me. It's not. It's a mixed bag, So it's like a half and half. So I probably get half of it from TikTok and half of my clients from Facebook Reels. But awesome. I do post 2 to 3 times every day, and if I do my best to batch so that if I have really busy days, I can pop some stuff out, and I basically exactly the same videos that I do on TikTok, I'll pop it out on Reels, and
you just take the watermark off, right?
Just take the watermark off. And I think they're paying me now. It's like they owe me like $36 for my Reels.
That's perfect, right? They're paying you just to post Reels. And so you've got that content strategy. So like when you come up with content, is it hard for you to come up with content, or is it easier? Or like what strategy do you use to come up with content? Because I know a lot of people, it's hard for them to figure out what kind of content to make or how to say go viral or whatever. And they don't really make content because of that. So what is your strategy? And like, is it great content?
Number one, I don't care if I go viral.
Okay.
We would love to go viral, but I'm making money by not. And I'm hoping that I help that 1 or 2 people. I'm not trying to help 500 people at once. I'm trying to help the 1 or 2 people that really want to learn how to make money from home.
Perfect.
And, my videos, I basically will sit and bash my content. My first 1 or 2, I just kind of feel like my husband will say, that doesn't sound right, because I'll start saying something and I go, blah, and then I like, so,
absolutely.
But my first 1 or 2, I'm kind of stiff and not really all that comfortable. But then by the time I make 3, 4, 5, 6, you're just popping them out, and then I'm being silly and goofy, But for the most part, I try to, anything somebody's asked me. So, I go live in my Facebook group on Thursdays. So anything that somebody may have asked me, or any comment that somebody has made to me, like I've got one that it kind of choked me up a little bit to make it. But this poor girl, she told me, she's like, I want to do this, but I'm ugly. And it just broke my heart. Yeah. And so I'm like, she said, "And I'm not smart. I'm stupid." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, who has told you this?" And so
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you turn into this counselor for this lady,
Oh
so
man, right.
but it's so I did a video on that, saying, hey, the group and you guys do really boost people's up, you kind of give people a little bit of that, oh, I feel better about myself. So but I anything that somebody has said to me, that's what I make my content off of.
Got you. So it's their comments or
Hmm.
something like that or anything like that.
Questions.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome. So
Yeah.
it's the content's already there for you. You just basically answer a question or you're making a
Mhm.
piece of content in that direction. So it's already
Right.
there for you. You're just basically providing what they're asking for.
Right.
Super simple.
Right.
You don't have to
Yeah.
come up with anything. It's already done.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. And that's how you resonate with your audience, right? Answering their specific questions and pain points, right? Because everybody
Right.
has roadblocks and pain points. And if they're screaming and yelling at you what they are, and you're there as a doctor and you're like putting band-aids on everything because you're answering their pain points, you're right with your vehicle, right? Your
Yeah.
vehicle
Yeah.
is how to make money online. That's
Right.
awesome. And that is the best. She said, so helpful.
Thank
Anytime
you,
you have a
Missy.
question. Yes, yes. Michelle Sparks says, "What's up, rock stars?"
Hey,
You're rock.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody. If I missed you, sorry.
Michelle joined the crew, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
She joined the crew with the she got kicked out like I did. Maybe she'll disclose it, but I got kicked out. A long time ago. I got kicked out of the company for that I promoted, and
Oh, no.
yeah, well, people don't like what we say sometimes.
Yeah, that's okay.
The truth hurts, and and sometimes people can't. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes it helps fix the problem too, because as you know,
Mhm.
people start making their programs a little bit better to accommodate to the problems that we talk about, and so
Right.
we might be making it a better world, right?
That's right. That's right. Make them accountable.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. We have to find somebody to do it.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it's awesome. So we have the Amazon business going. It's running some purses, and we have your husband in the background and working on the business. What is his role? Like, what does he do as far as maybe content research or what exactly funnels?
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
my weakness. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody has a weakness, and so that sales funnel, that's my weakness. So he is going to he's actually going through the course and going to learn how to do those funnels, and we're going to take some of the suggestions that you guys gave and possibly even sell in just a little course on building a funnel, because some people just maybe want to learn how to build a funnel, so that's our future. We hope is to be able to help guide and instruct and coach people in doing some of the things that they're really struggling with.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you have a power team, which that's why I call them a power couple, right? So
Yeah.
we have several power couples where maybe the husband will be really inspired and then the wife will be sitting in the background or vice versa. And then
Right.
all of a sudden they're both inspired or they'll come to the table both inspired initially.
Yeah.
But you just said it right there, your strength is getting in front of the camera, doing the thing you're doing now. And your husband's strength is the funnel building and putting stuff together and the technical stuff that, it's minimal technical stuff, but either way, that's what his strengths are. And
Right.
so you guys are helping each other build this business, which is phenomenal, right? Little
Yeah.
partnership you have going on.
Definitely.
And so, if you want to talk to Annette, if you're a husband or a wife out there, make sure you talk to Annette because she has an option for you for couples. If you guys buy in, if the husband's inspired and the wife wants to ride along, then she's free. So just want to let you know that. But make sure you message Jesus, Annette, if you guys have any questions about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to bring up the power couple things. That's super inspirational and powerful when you have somebody helping you along the way, especially in the household.
Definitely. It's great. And to have that support with each other, because he was the one, there was days, like I said, that I was about ready to just call it quits. And he was like, no, I think you need to take a little break. And then once you take a little break, just kind of, back off a little bit. And what I did was I messaged Barb and Anthony, like I said, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. Can you look at it? And both of them said, you're not doing anything wrong other than comparing yourself to others, So it really meant a lot that both of them are like, hey, no, you're great. You're doing good. And then when I hit that 30-day and I hit my first sale, you couldn't tell me nothing from that point on, because it's like, I don't know, maybe you need that to have belief in it, because you're putting this effort out and your effort and your effort and your effort, and then you're not getting anything back. So when you
Right.
finally get something back, you're like, it does work. Okay. I'm hooked. And so, at that point I was hooked. So
Yeah, huge shout out to Barb McGowan
mhm.
and Anthony Arfine.
Mhm.
They're both, inside the Passive Friends, both six-figure coaches. Anthony Arfine's my co-CEO. He helps me in the background a lot. So a huge shout out to those two as far as inspiration. And also another shout out to Robert Corson as well.
Mhm.
He's in the background a lot too, helping with all this technical stuff. So we have a
He
great
helped
team
me a
here to
lot
help.
too. Yeah. Let me tell you, he was in the middle of a hurricane, and we were doing a 30-minute help thing because I couldn't get my funnel to do correctly or whatever. And so he's in the middle of a hurricane and he gets in my system. His power goes out in the middle of it. He never quits. He kept going. He was like, we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to get you set up. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, he had a little generator. He has a generator because they live in tornado area, right? And all that
Yeah.
crazy
No, so
hurricane.
it's a great group of people, and it's a great community. I've never really seen a community this, I guess, together, and support each other. If you're having a bad day, you can go in there and ask questions. Some people are like, "Hey, we got this." So
Yeah, for sure.
mhm.
And, and that's the thing too. I would have gave up too because I went through this journey for about 6 months going down the rabbit hole of Google and YouTube, and I did not want to invest any of my money. And at the time, I didn't really have any money because I just got out of jail and my situation, and my wife's the only one with credit and a little bit of money, and
Mhm.
so I didn't want to even ask her to invest. So as soon as I did and actually found a community, right? So when I did run into that roadblock or whatever, finally, it's just the best decision I ever made because
Yeah.
I wanted to quit, and I did basically give up so many times. I tore my vision boards up. Oh yeah, I've had some valley despairs, like to
Yeah.
where, and it really happened when I was, I made that 40 or so thousand with LM, and
Mhm.
my calendar was so backed up. I had so many people messaging me, and I wasn't blocking people. I was just inviting
Mhm.
them on my calendar and helping them for free. And
Yeah.
but little did everybody know, I about fell off the deep end, right?
Yeah. Well, you can get overwhelmed really easy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just, it was just nuts, right? So like, I'm glad I had the support system I had, and it sounds like you are glad that you had the
Oh
support
yeah.
system you had as well.
And I feel confident that when someone purchases, I always tell them, look, if you have questions, ask me, but there are things that I'm not going to be able to answer. So don't think anything when I say put that out to the group, because that's what, they're there for, because that's what they do. So, that's one of the main things, is to know that when you have someone, so it's like taking your child, right? So you've got someone that believes in you, and is like Mitzi, and they believe in you. And so when you're handing them off and going, okay, you guys take care of her, it feels good to know that she's getting taken care of,
Oh yeah, for sure. And just the, sitting on this side of the computer, hearing the war stories of people, of meeting with people, 150 people a month, or so. It was just like, man, I got to change something, and I could not stop doing what I was doing, helping for free. So it's just,
wow.
but either way, it's just the power of, helping somebody for,
Yeah.
whatever, making sure that what you're providing for them is going to be the actual solution to their problem, and they're not going to be out any kind of way, at the end of it, right? As
Yeah.
long as you over deliver each day, and you can wake up confident that you're giving people the right product in your business, and you can sleep easy at night, then you probably have a good product. And
Yeah.
if also, if it's a scam if people are not getting the results that you say they can.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now, it could be anything. It doesn't matter what result it is, but if you're saying a result, then you're not receiving it. Then if they're putting all the work in, right? But if they're showing
Right.
up every day and
Right.
something's right.
I had someone say, so you're telling me you're going to hold my hand until I make money? And I said, well, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, are you doing what you're supposed to be? I can't guarantee you're going to make money if you don't follow through and do your part, so, but yeah,
Absolutely.
no, it's a great program. I am hands down just so glad that I happened to stumble upon Ryder that day. And, I heard the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, 100%. And we're glad to have individuals such as yourself in the community, seeing the value and actually pushing forward, right? Getting past that stuck point. It just shows the power of a community, because there's so many people that
Mhm.
quit this every single day, right? Just because they go to somewhere and they ask a question in a Facebook group, and it takes them 3 days, and then they're going back down the rabbit hole of Google to try to find the answer. But along that route, there's 5 different ways or 15 different ways to go, because you're getting shiny object syndrome everywhere you go about a new opportunity or a new way to do it, right? And you completely deviate from the plan because you had no initial help, and now you're going down another rabbit hole, invested 5 figures, and you still have made no money.
Right.
I come across it all the time. Not you specifically, but it's crazy how much it happens, right?
Yeah. It was, and to people who are on the fence, I told you that I bought up. I did the smaller one first, and I bought up after I saw all the value and everything that was in this course. We were also living off of our savings, and so that took some of my living money, and that's how much belief and faith that I had into the system.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really powerful. That's a testimonial in itself, right?
Yeah.
For yourself, it's just great. You have so much to offer and share with individuals.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So what does your schedule look like? How many hours a day are you putting into this business, I guess? Because you have several, as you were speaking, like 4, right? Right? So, how many hours? So you're running in this, you got 4 other businesses, your husband's doing other business, he's doing the back end of this stuff. So how many hours legitimately are you putting in? Because I know how much it takes just to run business, and you got 3 or 4, right? So what is it taking each day? How much you put in?
Now I'm putting in around probably 2 to 3. There's times that I put in 3 to 4 average. In the beginning, I put in a lot more than that, because you're getting a business started, So, you're starting a business, but now, doing my content, doing my batching, doing the market research, probably closer to 3 a day. Probably.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And let me add right now, this is the most profitable business that we have.
Love it.
So let that sink in. Yeah.
That's very good, actually. It's only going to increase as you continue to tell your story, educate, and change lives, right? Because it's nuts, right? And it's crazy. So I started this 2 years ago, and it's crazy how many lives I've seen transform, right? Coming from a stuck position, wanting to quit, getting on a call with us, and then we inspire them somehow, and all of a sudden it's just they bling and just shine, right? So many people in so many different ways. It's just inspiring to me to see what is working, right? It's great and all when you're making all the money and all that stuff, but when you're actually teaching that same process to somebody else and it's working for them too.
Right? That's the cool part.
And what's even cooler is you're able to teach somebody else the same thing.
It's a big ball, it just goes,
right? And it's duplicatable, and it doesn't matter what product or service you promote. We've had so many students, and have you seen come in here, and it doesn't matter what program they're promoting, they'll still promote that program and start getting high tickets for that other program. It's nuts. So what is your I guess 6 months goal? Or do you plan on I don't know, just blowing up with this and kind of putting some other stuff down, or continue the purses, or which scale that maybe, because you got some more education here with that. Scale that too.
Right. So what my goal is to do is to, we still have more inventory as far as the eBay stuff and stuff. Once that is sold out, I would like to not do that anymore.
Sell it.
Yeah. I like to sell it out, be done with it, and scale this business, scale all of this to where this is our main baby. This is our main income. And the reason why is because, my husband and I both are, over 50, and we want to enjoy our days. We want to be able to go go see the kids, go see our parents, go do things like this, and not have to worry about putting this, oh no, we something sold, we got to ship it, or, we have a showing, and real estate is great, but let me just tell you, there's a lot of stuff people don't know about it. And there's a lot of lost time and energy in people that never buy, or you've ran your butt off for a month for them. And then they use, I just found out my cousin's husband's a real estate agent, so we put an offer in. Right. And that happens.
That's illegal though, isn't it? If you're working with an agent, it's not. Because I got told, I'm working with an agent right now.
Yeah.
But she hasn't really been responding. I think she might be on vacation. But somebody else hit me up about on a post I made, right? About how we're ready to buy a house. Well, they live in Kalispell where we're going to be buying our home. And I said, yeah, I'm kind of working with somebody. Well, they said, I can't even talk to you really unless.
Well, you can talk to them, but you can't, if, you know, reality is you get one of those agreements.
Right.
Yeah, you get an agreement. It's just a piece of paper. They can say, hey, I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
like
that
you.
was wrong. That person should have went with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, one of those things. But anyway, you know, it's just a lot of lost time. And so this way, if we've got lost time, it's lost time sitting here at home or wherever we are and wherever we want to be, you know. So we're looking to scale up our business, maybe do some courses, maybe do a little training, put together our own way that you do your 3-day seminars and things like that, and push people to the. So that's our goals right there.
So you want to learn the 3 secrets to the big domino. All right, we got you. We're gonna put you on the list to meet with you guys to keep going. All right, for sure. So those are all kinds of, you know, attainable, realistic goals, right? Be at home, make, you know, I guess provide for your family as best as you possibly can, and live life.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? Because we don't get time back, you know.
No, you don't.
Money, and it's easy to make. Obviously, you just got to go out there and get it.
Right.
It's abundant. So they keep printing it every day, and you just got to go get it. Yeah, man, it's great. It's absolute awesome interview. So does anybody have any questions for Annette? We have 37 on here. Where's everybody viewing in from? What state are you guys in? If you guys want to just comment inside the comments, we have 37 of you guys. What state are you guys in? I'm just curious. We're going to do a little temperature check real quick.
Yeah.
Just kind of see where we're all at. And if you guys want to go ahead and comment, that'd be great. If you guys have any questions also to ask Annette, you know, if you guys are in real estate now, or if you have questions about anything Amazon or even, you know, affiliate marketing, she has all kinds of things, you know, all kinds of knowledge up here. And she's definitely expanding horizons by the information she's learning now. So we have Dubai, Tennessee, Texas, Montana. Oh, we have Katie from Montana. I'm in Libby, Iowa. We have Dubai. Where are you at, Annette? Where are you calling in from?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the list. I'm from Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay, we have Dubai, Maryland. We have another Tennessee right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be your husband, possibly. We got Facebook user. We have another Tennessee right here. Ohio, Texas, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Florida, Polson. Oh, we're in Polson. Oh, perfect. We're right close to you. Oregon, Alberta, Canada, and Illinois. Love it. You guys are so you guys are volunteers. I love how you guys just kind of engage with us as well. It keeps the flow going. So now let's ask some questions, guys. I know you guys have some questions. If you're in the real estate market, if you have any questions about your current business, if you're on the fence, if you're scared about making content, anything, let her rip.
Yeah.
You guys are more than welcome to let her fly. So yeah, it's crazy. We have another mastermind on Wednesday and another one on Thursday. We have more people come in Jersey. I'm in Dixon. All right, we have
Tennessee. You're in Dixon. Hey, Dixon's in the house.
There we go.
I'm in Dixon. That's my town. That's my city that I live in. So
that's perfect. That's awesome. See, we're all around the world, literally Dubai, Canada, New Zealand, right? Dixon. And we all have the same, you know, mindsets. We all have the same, you know, why per se, right? We want to have better lives, more time and freedom with our families, and obviously spend a little bit more money doing it. Yeah. But, you know, it's phenomenal. And so we meet again on Wednesdays and Thursdays, again, our mastermind. And so, you know, I love how, you know, how engaging it is too. Like, let's talk about that too. Like, what's your take on the mastermind? Because, you know, this is the GO show. Let's talk about the GOs. So what's your take on the mastermind? Like, what's your take on it, I guess?
I love it. I love to know that if I have questions, and it seems like I go in spurts, you know, like I'll have multiple questions and then I get them answered, you know. So I think my last question was, hey guys, so, you know, I'm in the wealth niche. What are other ways that I can make multiple streams? Because, you know, you hear about people saying I'm making multiple streams of income. So we had guidance on that. It's like, hey, use your tools. You even said, you know, use your tools, you know, like the ring light you got behind you, you know, and you know, your whiteboard and your tools, you can make money on those, you know, not to mention your system tools that you use. And, you know, because people are going to need a domain name and they're going to need Aweber. So, you know, and I also offer for anybody that signs up for me, I offer a consultation within 24 to 48 hours after they sign up now to help them get these systems implemented and to explain to them what they do before they get to the course, because it was confusing for me.
Great offer stack right there. So if anybody, decides to take action, reach out to Annette. We have her Facebook right here, but she will literally jump on a consultation call with you, make sure you are completely in the right direction. And then you're going to get another and then you're going to get on call with us too. So Annette's going to be there to help make sure you have all of your stuff set up.
Yep.
So I know we do have a few questions. So her TikTok is right here as well. So Extra Income Annie is right there. And so the questions we do have, I've seen a few here. I'm brand new. I haven't niched down. What type of content should you start posting? So go ahead.
I would do your journey. Hey, I am new to affiliate. You don't really have to have a niche at that point. You just need people to start following you and listening to you until you find your spot, your niche.
100%. Yeah. Your story, talk about your story. And if you want to niche down, I'm not sure exactly what you aspiring to do or what you currently do for work. But it's going to be really who you can resonate with the most. Right. And then once you start telling your story, those people will come to you in a sense. And if you want to do health, wealth, or relationships, that's going to be a decision you have to make. But that's how Annette would recommend starting. Tell your story.
Definitely.
Awesome. Great advice. Here's another one right here. Amanda Smith. I'll let you go ahead and read it.
Okay. When you first started, it didn't have a lot of followers. Where did you get your ideas for your content? I know you used comments, but what did you do then? Oh, I watched a lot of other content creators. I also listened to the questions in the mastermind and in the other group. People had questions every week and then they got answered. So as those answers are getting done, I'm like, that's content, So anything like that. I did a goofy thing one day. I was making spaghetti and I dropped a spaghetti noodle and I'm like, that's content. So I made a stupid video of me throwing this noodle against the wall until it finally stuck and said, don't give up, So there's content in everything, everything whatsoever. And when everybody was doing the dances, I did this, I'm an old woman and I'm not twerking for you. I like I fell down. I got up, like my face was coming up like this, my hair was all disheveled. And I was like, I'm not going to twerk, but I can tell you how to do affiliate marketing, So just anything that you can do. If you have a silly side, be silly, just be yourself, so that's a big thing, but watch other people, what they're doing. And when you find somebody that you like listening to, kind of watch their content, don't do it exactly, but you can mimic their content, and put it together and make it yours.
Yes. Duplicate it, but just don't copy it.
Don't copy it.
Yeah, for sure. And so, all of the content you put out doesn't have to be salesy, like click on the link in my bio. You're going to do about 20% of that. So 80% is like telling your story, giving free value, information, how-tos, your list, your list hooks, all those different things you can do. But then maybe 20% of your content, have them direct them to a call to action, maybe link in my bio, book a call or something like that. But when you're first starting out as a beginner, make sure you acquire that 1,000 followers first before you talk about any product or service per se, right? Just talk about what your journey, what you're doing, right? And what you're doing to overcome the obstacles in your life. And what that's going to do as you teach and educate about your journey, it's going to inspire other individuals to take action because they're right below you a chapter or two. And so as you're telling your story, you're telling what you're doing each day in your business, these people are following, all of a sudden you got a sale, you present that, then they step up a little bit more, then become a raging fan. So that's the process, right? Don't worry about virality, please. Just worry about telling your story.
Yeah.
Let me see here. She says, great advice to you as well. I feel excited and afraid and my mind explodes every day, but I stop myself because of disbelief. How do you get past that?
I just kept pushing. I mean, there's too many other people out there. Okay. And I look at Eric, I look at Barb, and I look at Anthony, and I'm like, they are honest, real people. They're not feeding me a line. This is happening. When you're in the group, you realize it's posted daily. When people make their sales, it's in there. These people are doing it. So that gets you over that disbelief. that it's real or that it can happen. And then once you make your first commission, you realize this is real. And then you're going to go through lulls. You're going to go through that valley of despair. And when you go through the valley of despair, you either reach out to your family, which is our the groups here. You reach out and say, I don't know what's going on, but this, that, and the other. And you get that support you need that's going to push you back up to the top. And then you're going to hit another one. And that's just part of it. That's just part of the business. And once you learn to face that on, and you know that this has happened before, not a big deal, then that gives you a little bit more confidence as well, and you can just push through it. But when you've got those ideas, go with them. Go with your content ideas, and go with everything that you can like that.
Absolutely. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. And we run into roadblocks every day. I run into them every day.
Mm-hmm.
It just determines on how I handle it, right? Do I resist, or I push forward? It was one of those things. And if we are taught early on in our journey that you will experience these moments, and you will have these doubts, and you will fight, you'll feel like you want to quit. If you're taught that or told that before it happens, then you know how to embrace it, or brace yourself for that moment, right? And then you're educated on to know what to do, like as CPR. If you see an accident and you have to give CPR, you went to CPR first aid class, you know how to perform accordingly to that situation, right? Mm-hmm. And so before it happens, because you're not in a real life death situation when you're learning CPR, you're just learning to prepare for that situation. So that's what we do, is prepare you for upcoming situations. So when you do embrace them, it's not like disaster and life's over. It's like, okay, they told me about this. I'm gonna take a step back for a day, but then I'm gonna go ask my questions and implement. Right. So powerful.
Yeah, it is. And someone's always there to help look at your, it's what's so great about the masterminds. They look at your TikToks, or they look at your Facebook group. They look at things, and then they help you figure out how to do it. I see the question there now. Someone just says, I have 2,100 followers from my earring business. Do I need a new one? Yeah, you're going to need a new one more than likely, unless that's the same, and I remember I had like 800 followers in that little junk one that I used when I was scrolling, and I put it in the group, and Anthony said, within just a couple of seconds, you need a new one. And I'm like, I don't want a new one. You feel that resistance. But I even did a test. I would do videos in there, and then I would do videos in the new one. I did do a new one because he told me to. And the new one is what I'm using right now, and the old one is sitting there because it gets like 2 views.
Mm-hmm.
It reaches nobody. It goes nowhere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Great advice. And it's not a big deal with the strategies that Annette can teach you, that's inside of what she has to offer. You can get 1,000 followers relatively quick. I've seen it in a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, but it typically happens relatively quick as long as you follow the process.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, she says. And Pam says, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So welcome. So where would be the best place to find you? Like if somebody wanted to reach out to you right after this, just maybe pick your brain a little bit, or find out a little bit more on, how you're having so much success, what would be the best place to find you? Would that be TikTok or the Facebook?
Facebook. And just message me through Messenger. I answer all my messages.
See that? Mm-hmm. So she's always answering her messages. She's, she's always there for support. And
definitely.
We're all together, right? We're all moving forward for the same reason, same cause, right? So definitely reach out to Annette at her Facebook group or her Facebook profile. Ask any questions.
Reach out, personal profile, whatever you want. Like I said, I answer my messages. I check daily, even on ones that may have been blocked, just to make sure, so I'm always checking and looking to make sure someone's not needing me for something.
Perfect. That's so awesome. Just that support, having that support. Let me see what this person said. I can't wait to take this course. 2 weeks is my goal.
Perfect. You'll not regret it. I promise you.
Absolutely. It's super inspiring to see just people want to take action, really.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super good to meet with you today. I can't wait to do it again, and in the future. We are moving the GO.A.T show to Friday nights instead of Thursdays during the day. So there'll be updates coming out in the emails and all that stuff. But you guys can go to the GOAT show, or sorry, to get to the GOAT show or get instant updates is text GOATs, all capitals, to 21,000. And it's going to be Tuesdays and Fridays when we do go live. Tuesdays at 9 Mountain, 11 Eastern, and then Fridays will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain. So you guys will get those future updates as well. And as always, be sure to reach out to Annette if you have any questions whatsoever. What we talked about today, she'll definitely answer them. So Annette, I'll go ahead and let you take us out. It was great meeting with you again. It's super big honor, right? So go ahead and let's take us out, and we'll go ahead and end this, and we'll go and crush Tuesday.
Okay, sounds good. You guys all have a great day. Be kind to each other.
Perfect. You guys have a blessed day, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.